Elon Musk announced the discovery of warp bubbles at the frightening James Webb Telescope. History will remember a man who left his mark in practically every sphere of creation. The millionaire is everywhere, whether artificial intelligence or supercharged cars on the road or in space. Welcome back to another exciting video. Today's video is about what Elon Musk just proved with the James Webb Telescope changes everything. Before we start the video, please like, subscribe, and press the bell icon. With that said, let's get started. The James Webb Orbit Telescope, or JWST, is the most powerful telescope ever launched into orbit, focusing on infrared astronomy. Because of its significantly higher infrared resolution and sensitivity, it can view things that Hubble couldn't detect because they were too ancient, far away, or dim. This is expected to open up a wide range of astronomical and cosmological questions, such as views of the earliest stars and the origin of galaxies, as well as detailed atmospheric characterization of potentially habitable exoplanets. It was launched from Kourou, French Guiana, aboard an ESA Ariane 5 rocket in December 2021. The telescope's mission is scheduled to span 5 years with a 10-year goal. The planned 5-year space mission will commence after a 6-month commissioning period. Because an L2 orbit is unstable, JWST must expend fuel to maintain its halo orbit around an L2 station. This is referred to as station keeping. To avoid drifting away from its orbital location, the Ariane 5 launch precision and the initial mid-course adjustment were credited for preserving enough onboard fuel that JWST may be able to hold its orbit for approximately 20 years. Scientists believe this technological marvel could reveal many secrets of outer space, including the warp bubble. Now, let's get to the point. Warp continues, and Musk makes his surprise. In general relativity, a warp bubble is a hypothetical structure that exists briefly inside an artificially created wormhole. Charles W. Meisner coined the term in his best-selling 1973 book, Gravitation. It refers to space-time warping generated by mass-energy concentrations such as planets, solar cores, and laser beams. According to Albert Einstein's theory of relativity, no known object can travel faster than the speed of light in a vacuum. Because of this speed limitation, humanity is unlikely to be able to send spacecraft beyond our Milky Way's local neighborhood. However, traditional energy sources may be capable of modifying the structure of spacetime in the form of a soliton, a powerful, solitary wave, according to a recent study by Eric Lentz at the University of Göttingen. The soliton would act like a warp bubble, compressing space ahead of it while expanding reach behind it. Spacetime can bend, expand, or warp at any speed, unlike anything else. As a result, a starship locked in a hyperfast bubble can travel faster than light in regular space without breaking any physical laws, including Einstein's cosmic speed limit. The warp drive, a device for space exploration that permits spaceships to move faster than the speed of light, was conceived millennia ago in the 1990s as a product of science fiction. According to the researchers, physicists have been building predictive conceptions, some of which obey established physics rules and others do not, to verify or, at the very least, identify the circumstances under which such a structure could form. A warp bubble is a portion of space compressed in the front and extended at the back, comparable to a car on a fast-drive freeway. It's a complicated idea that necessitates a lot of math, but at its most basic, it's a bit of space compressed in front and expanded in back. Even without braking, the bubble and its components are hypothetically propelled forward at velocities higher than the speed of light. Because warp bubbles travel faster than light, everything outside your spacecraft would also travel faster. This indicates that your 3-hour exploration of a lovely tropical planet may have lasted years on Earth. If you were to travel faster than light while following known physical laws, you should say farewell to everything you've ever loved before you leave. Warp bubbles, on the other hand, overcome this problem because the area intimidates time. Warp bubbles had long been the stuff of science fiction until astronomer Miguel Alcubierre proposed his Alcubierre warp engine in 1994, which preserved the theory of relativity while allowing faster-than-light travel. Until 2012, when Dr. Vade of NASA unveiled modifications to the math and geometry of the craft geared at creating the phenomenon, the key to unlocking it was an energy density field that could be built into a suction bubble, giving anything inside it negative mass. Warp field theory has progressed from a far-fetched science fiction concept to something that can be created utilizing real-world resources and technology. According to Al-Kabir, stretching space behind a starship may be feasible while compressing space in front of it, resulting in narrow gaps between stars and planets. The concept was illustrated by a surfer riding a wave. Although Al-Kabir's math proved correct, numerous difficulties still needed to be answered. Some hypothetical energy demands, for example, do not exist or need to be adequately identified. According to scientific laws, you are not going faster than light, but surfing a compressed space bubble. According to the most recent source, following the successful manufacture of a warp drop, or more specifically, a miniature nanoscale replica of the proposed model in early December 2021, this framework will be reviewed and analyzed for the possible building of a full-scale warped vessel. What about Elon Musk, though? What is his strategy? Elon Musk is researching warp drives, which promise to decrease travel time by an order of magnitude. While it is a significant issue for some of the employees and other non-SpaceX employees working through the weekend, it does not bother Musk, who has previously slept on the production floor of his firm. There's a reason Musk wants to finish the Starship as fast as possible this time. He wants to use the warp bubble's capability to improve his future space expeditions. He believes he can solve the mystery of the warp bubble by utilizing the unparalleled capabilities of the James Webb Space Telescope. However, even with the most powerful rocket in history, any passenger to Mars must endure a 5-month journey over harsh space. If only we could find a faster means to travel through space. Furthermore, the nearest star to us is approximately 4.5 light-years away, visiting with current space technology impractical. Every subject, as we all know, has advantages and disadvantages. People have differing opinions on this subject as well. Most people will need to grasp what Elon Musk is attempting, which is one of the reasons for his invention's poor public impression. A wormhole is referred to as a warp bubble. At least when Musk's designs have been fine-tuned, many people think of space as an uncharted territory or a mythical place, leading them to believe that everything there must be supernatural in origin, but this couldn't be further from reality. Indeed, one could claim that man on Earth does not fully know nature, let alone through space and time. We might learn something about our planet by experimenting with wormholes. Many people are concerned about these subatomic particles' impact on our world, particularly those who reside near Cape Canaveral in Florida, where Elon Musk plans to launch his first-ever warp bubble. And, while we don't yet know how they'll affect us on the ground, most people believe it's better to be safe than sorry. After all, who wouldn't want to add a few more years to their life? But, if you're scared that launching particles into space would have unforeseen consequences, don't be. There are also beneficial outcomes. Elon has an uncanny capacity to get people talking about his ideas and envisioning revolutions, whether or not they come true. What happens next should pique everyone's interest because a true warp bubble would have far-reaching effects on our planet. Scientists are still determining if it'll happen, but when Elon sets his mind to something, there's always something new to learn. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content.